Welcome to Caricomp Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence. You can change a password, you can't change your face. And the European Union just spent months arguing over whether your face should be baked into the digital ID you'd carry in your pocket. If you've ever shown an ID to prove your age or signed something online, this story is about you. The EU is building what they call a digital wallet, one app that holds your official identity. You'd use it for doctor visits, for public transport, for getting on a plane. And the European Commission wanted a photo of your face built into the very core of it. So here's the question that ran through everything that followed. What happens when your most permanent feature becomes part of your most used app? Let's start with what actually changed. On June 18th, EU member states reached a compromise. Individual countries can now let people opt out of putting a facial image in that digital wallet. That's the win. The Commission had pushed to make the biometric photo mandatory, built into the minimum required data for every single wallet. Member states pushed back on privacy grounds, and they got the opt-out. But sit with what the original plan meant. If your face is part of the wallet's core data, it could travel every time you use it. Ordering a book, verifying your age, signing a contract. Digital rights advocates put it plainly. Having your face in a government-issued identity system you use for everyday business is a vastly different thing than a photo on a card in a drawer. The wallet isn't a one-time check. It's the front door to daily life. Now, here's where the opt-out gets complicated. Privacy advocates warn that opt-out doesn't always mean free choice. One advocate said, the power dynamics in our society create many situations where consent isn't really consent. Picture an employer asking, or an authority asking. Saying no gets a lot harder when the person asking has power over you. So an opt-out splits people into two groups. Those who know the option exists and feel safe using it, and those who feel pressured, or never knew they could say no at all. There's a legal backstop, and it matters. Under Europe's privacy law, the GDPR, your facial data counts as sensitive biometric data. Processing it is generally prohibited unless strict conditions are met. You have the right to see it, correct it, and have it erased. So the protections exist on paper. The catch is enforcement, whether anyone actually deletes your data, and whether anyone stops it being reused for something you never agreed to. And one more thing the Cybersecurity Agency flagged. As of early 2026, no EU digital wallet has been deployed or certified. On security, the agency said no standard or technical specification was available, or even expected by year's end. So the rules about your face are being settled before the building it lives in is finished. The real risk here was never whether facial recognition works. It's that a password can be reset after a breach, and your face cannot. Once your biometric data leaks, there's no changing it. You're stuck with the face you've got. So let's bring it home. Europe agreed people can opt out of putting their face in a digital ID wallet. Privacy groups say that's not enough, because people can be pressured to share, and the law's protections are hard to enforce. And the deepest problem is simple. Your face can't be reset like a password. Whether you'll ever carry one of these wallets or not, this is really about one promise, that the most permanent thing about you won't end up somewhere you can't get it back. The full breakdown's in the show notes. Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caricomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.